Namaste. Hello, welcome, and good evening to all. Welcome to the Expert Talk Show, organized by Department of Science and Technology, Anuragyam, New Delhi. Department of Science and Technology, Anuragyam, New Delhi, is an integral part of Anuragyam, who, who promotes divine art, culture, literature, and science all over the world through various competition activities and campaigns. It has its own identity as national and international level. Some of the programs we organize are Global Humanitarian Techno and Art Exhibition on Earth Day. The next is the International Child Art Exhibition and Competition and the Anuragyam Dance League. Many such programs are underway to do in future. Some of other activities include other campaigns like planting trees, pick up litter, etc. Regular weekly competition and what prompts are there in Anuragyam. Besides that, Anuragyam published many books and such identified magazines, one in Hindi that is Kalayatra and another is Litro Fashionate magazine in English, who reaches its height in its particular region. So today we all are here to celebrate World Environment Day on the global theme Only One Earth. As all we know, 5th of June is celebrated as World Environment Day each year. Today we are here to celebrate the same. Today we have two distinguished guests from the field of science and technology. Sir already joined us. Ma'am, due to some technical problem on her way to join, let's start with Sir first. First, I will introduce Sir to all of you. Today we have with us Mr. Kumar Dhala. He is a science teacher in DAV Public School, Chandrasekharpur, Bhubaneswar. Besides that, he always show keen interest in science and technology, always always give guidance to the students in a creative and innovative way. He is felicitated with many state and national level awards. One of such is he won the Best Entrepreneurship Teacher Award in 2018. Besides that, he is a bird watcher and a wildlife photographer. So his interest is always lies with the field of science, technology, environmental science, and biology. Sir, we are very blessed to have you in our show. I, on behalf of the whole Anuragyam team, welcome you to the show. Sir, a very warm welcome to you.
Namaskar and good evening to the viewers and Anuragya team for inviting. So say very important day to discuss something on the World Environment Day. It's my pleasure. Okay, I will be happy to share some of the idea regarding the World Environment Day.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. As our viewers include a broad varieties of viewers we have students from school, we have students from college, also other youth are joining to us. So directly we will start the topic. As all we know, Environment Day is celebrated each and every year. We are celebrating it. But what is the problem lies with it? We either unable to identify it, or if it is identified, we are unable to resolve it. So, as the global theme for this year is only one earth. Sir, my question will be only one earth. How we will justify it to our viewers?
Okay, yes, Pragya, it's a very actually the theme only one Earth. 50 years before when it was started, the first World Environment Day in 1972, the same theme was focused on the world only one Earth.
Yes,
So again, on this year, they have the UNA also selected the same theme, One Earth. Why? Because we have many galaxy, we have many solar system, but there is only one Earth where we can live, And why they are focusing on only one hour? Because nowadays the problem, the human and the anthropogenic activity day by day increasing. So
yes,
the only source is the earth, to provide food, shelter, everything we depend upon the earth. According to the latest data, we need 1.6 more earth, 1.6 more earth. But that is
yes,
not possible. That is not possible. We have only
no,
one earth. So to accommodate, to facilitate, to provide the food, nutrition to all the human being, all the living creatures, we need another 1.6 earth. That's why they have given emphasis on that is
Okay.
not possible. We have only one earth. So we have to think, we have to work, we have to work judiciously how we can live and let others to live sustainably.
yes. So just 1 minute, as all of you, hello. So just 1 minute, ma'am, Pantula ma'am joined us. Welcome Pantula ma'am to the show.
Ma'am,
Good
namaskar.
evening, ma'am. Good evening,
Ma'am,
sir.
good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening, ma'am.
Sorry for the
So
late. I couldn't join immediately.
yes, yes,
Actually,
there
I
is
was waiting, but it has given some problem. 5:45 onwards, I was waiting.
okay, okay, ma'am. It's fine. It was some technical issue. So viewers, now we have Pantula ma'am with us. The, our one of our, today's guest is Mrs. Pantula Lalita ma'am. She was a teacher. She was an environmental activist and many more. She won the Best Teacher Award from Government of Andhra Pradesh for her work. She is closely associated with many government and non-government organizations for the environmental action and issues. And last but not the least, she is a fine actress also. She is always guiding her students, still guiding her students in many of the science projects and always working, inspiring the students to resolve the environmental issues. Ma'am, welcome ma'am. On behalf of the whole Anuragyam team, I welcome you to this.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
So just we started the discussion. We were just discussing with sir that what's the theme, global theme that is the only one Earth means. Sir, please continue.
Yes, Pragya. Why they have given so much emphasis? Due to the population growth, and due to the consumerism. Everybody now becoming very much greedy. How much they need? They're exploiting the nature more than their needs.
Yes,
So to fulfill all the needs, there is need of another 1.6 earth. Okay, so but that is not possible. We have
yes,
only one earth. That's why the emphasis is given only one earth, the theme, and they are
yes,
also focusing that only one earth living sustainably in harmony with nature.
nature.
They're giving focus. So why they're giving this important? Because this earth does not belongs to only human being. Human being is
Yes,
only one species. There are another many species are there. There are many plants, there are many animals. They have equal rights on this earth. But as human being is considered as the most intelligent creature of the nature, so he is more exploiting.
yes,
Knowingly human being is exploiting more. If you study very carefully, not a single other animal in this world, they need more than their requirement. I can give one example. For example, one tiger have taken one deer in a day. If another 10 deer will roam around the tiger will never kill the second one. But human
yes,
being day by day is becoming so greedy, and they are trying to exploit the nature. And Gandhiji also had Gandhiji has pointed out nature has sufficient for needs of every man, but nature cannot fulfill one man's greed.
yes,
So that's why the theme focus on we have only one earth, so that everybody starting from the student, to corporate, school, college, everybody should think, and we should use the resource judiciously so that we can fulfill all our needs from this only earth.
Yes, because we have only one planet, that is the Earth. There is no. It is impossible that we are going to live in the planet B. It is not available for us. That is only one Earth. So we have to take care what we have, and as the sir said, we have to think about the sustainable development by judicious use of the natural resources that we have. Ma'am, you are working for so many years as a teacher, you are working as an environmental activist. So you are closely associated with the students, the organization and all. So when you are doing such activities, doing such environmental activities just like planting trees, picking up litters, etc. What do you understand? Really, our students, our youth, they actually they know the importance, or they are just doing it that is assisted. They are actually resolving the problem. They are actually getting the problem and try to resolve it, or what they are thinking.
Yeah. Actually, the students, whatever we are going to shape them, they will shape. They will be molding into the shape. So
Yes,
children we can convert. But what is the problem means they follow us. Whatever we say, they follow us. They are much more intelligent than adults. They know what is the problem and they know how to solve it. But we are not giving them chance to interact or involve in those activities. Actually, they should. We need not go outside. We need not go to beach or anything to clean. Actually, their class, their own classroom, they can take care of first of all. That we have to teach them. So instead
yes,
of throwing litter and all these things, they can use less litter. They can produce less wastage, so that they can do it. They can improve the condition, environmental condition. So
yes,
we have to give them chance. Naturally, they will be doing it. So children, we should not blame them at all,
yes,
because they know everything. We adults only not giving them chance. Every time studies, 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 so that we are not giving them chance. So if we teach through these activities, this is also a part of learning for them. So
yes,
this is a practical learning, practical method of learning. So we can teach them the environmental issues, everything, through their activities, so that they will be learning. And once we teach them, then when they become adults, their children need not teach them, so that they will be learning it and they'll be following and they can show the path to their children. So this
yes,
is what. So children, naturally they'll be knowing and they will take very active part. They will be involved, but everything can't be taken within overnight. So
yes,
slowly we have to inspire them, and by seeing one person, one child, the other children will be motivated, and they'll be going through the activities. So how the distraction takes place within a short span of time, construction cannot take place in a short span of time. It takes a long way to change the environmental conditions. The spoiling, the destruction can be done within short span, but the repair cannot be done so much, that much fast. So we have to take some time, and we should know the root cause for the problem. When we know the root cause for the problem, then we can do the diagnosis, then we can do the treatment, so the environment can be healed or repaired. So that can be done through so many activities. When we encourage the children, when we inspire children, and they will be following it. Small small activities, it need not be very big activities. Just picking the waste and throwing it, their classroom, keeping their own classroom neat and clean, so
hmm,
that when all the classrooms are neat and clean and producing less wastage, so automatically when they go for a beach or when they go for a picnic or anything, there so many dustbins or everything will be there, so that the children can be taught to use the dustbins instead of throwing. Just a small chocolate wrapper, they'll be throwing it, just they open it and throw it. Just they drink water out of plastic bottle, they throw it. Instead of using the disposable bottles, they can carry a bottle with water, so that these small activities can teach them, and it will be helping in producing less wastage. So
Yes.
definitely children will be learning a lot.
Yes, as ma'am emphasized, children are just following blindly what we are done. So they are much more sufficient, they are much more knowledgeable than us because they have many more to explore and they
Yes.
know they have many more to explore. So they are exploring many things, they find out the problems and also find the solution. But the only problem what we are not finding is the root cause, what is the root cause of pollution and everything. So we are here before 50 year and after 50 year also. So
Yes,
sir,
already this environmental World Environment Day started already 5 decades, more than 5 decades over. So 1974, it was given only Earth only planet. The theme was given Earth only planet. Again after 50 years, today again the same theme has come. It is
only
a
one earth,
Earth,
that
only
is
planet
everywhere
Earth.
earth.
Yes, same thing, same theme is repeated. That means we have to reach our goal. Still, we have not yet reached our goal. So that we should inspire the people, and we should take so much of care that our Earth, because we are living, yeah, Earth is not living on us. We are living on the Earth. So we should take care of the Earth, and we should take care of. And as our Prasanna Kumar sir said, the human beings are the worst animals on the earth. They are the most greedy people on the earth. No other
Yes,
animal needs, no other animal uses so many resources like human being. When they are
yes,
hungry, they'll be eating. Or when a tiger or lion is hungry, it will be killing another animal. And after its stomach is full, they'll be moving side by side, and they'll be living in the same jungle. Nothing will be done, no harm will be done. But we human beings want to increase our house, residential areas, doubling, tripling, and we are ruining, destroying the natural areas, and forests are destroyed. Jungle, concrete jungles, they are changing it, and for the hills, mountains, they are destroying. Just they are converting into jungle, concrete jungles. And we are telling that animals are coming into our habitats, but they are not coming to our habitats. We are going and occupying their habitats. So this
yes,
is all because of our greediness. So we have to teach our children that we should use the resources for our need, not for our greed. So
yes.
this lesson we have to teach
Exactly.
them first of all.
Yes, as ma'am emphasized, we have to teach not our children, also to us that we should fulfill the requirement. We should use it for our need, not for our greed. As
Yes,
just madam said, we are saying they are coming to our habitat, but we occupied their habitat. Sir, you are closely related with the wildlife photography and bird watching. So you must understood the ecosystem biodiversity very well. As the point arises, ma'am arises that we occupied the habitat. The same scenario is same in the in the birds, the aquatic ecosystem, and same scenario is everywhere, or it is different.
Yes. If he'll go to the history, there were initially 45 lakh species of plant and animals were there. But
Yes,
presently, only 15 lakh species of plant and animal are there. Out of the 15, 10 lakh animals and 5 lakh plants are there.
yes,
And according to the latest data, three organisms are getting extinct every hour.
over.
Means per day, 72 living organisms are getting extinct from this animals, from this earth. So if this rate will continue, this way
Yes,
the degradation will continue, time will come, there will be no other plant, there will be no other animal, only there will be human being and he will be live alone, and it will also very difficult to survive. Okay,
yes,
without us, as we are living in a society, if our neighbors are happy, and they are living very well, and automatically our environment, community will be very happy. In the same
yes,
way, our biodiversity includes everything, the human being, other plants, animal, microorganisms. If everybody will be live in harmony, then there will be a sustainable earth. There will be then we can live very peacefully.
yes,
uh, we can take one example when we are talking about the biodiversity. Everybody known about the dodo. Dodo is a bird which
but
belongs to the Mauritius, Indian islands. Okay, so in 1650, the dodo get extinct. The last dodo was seen in 1950, 1650.
1600.
So when the dodo was extinct, after 30 years, there was no calvera germinations. The calvera plant was not getting germinated without dodo. So when a team of experts they come to Mauritius and they explore what is why the calvera is not getting germinated, they found that the bird dodo was eating the fruits of a calvera, and the seed when it enter to the stomach of the dodo and it get prepared and it get
Yes,
germinates. So when there is no dodo, nobody is eating the calvera seed, and calvera was not getting germinated.
Germany.
So calvera was a very important plant for Mauritius. Mauritius generate huge amount of revenue by exporting the timber of calvera. When there was no dodo, calvera plant was not germinating, and Mauritius was losing a huge revenue without the dodo. So this
Dodo.
relation show how the plant, animal, and biodiversity are very closely related. So if you live together, then we can imagine the progress or the sustainability. So this is one example. Like this, there are so many examples are there where biodiversity play an important role for the sustainability of this earth.
Yes. Actually, biodiversity plays an important role in sustainability of Earth. We have several species of plants, animals, microorganisms, insects, everything included in the Earth, and they are also in the same place we are. So we have to respect their habitat also, or else that we will also extend. That time will be very soon. It will be close to us. Okay. Ma'am, as we are discussing about the biodiversity and ecosystem,
Yes.
what can we do for ecosystem restoration so that we can progress in a sustainable developmental way? What the small steps can we take from maybe from our home, in our school, in our society?
Yeah. So actually, uh, our ecosystem means we are also a part of
Part of
living and
ecosystem.
non-living. So
Non-
human beings are also a part of eco means habitat, that particular habitat. So what happens here, small activities can be taken which will be helping in sustainability of this ecosystem. For example, we are cutting the trees to construction for development, anything for city development or industrial establishment, whatever may be the reason, we are cutting the forest and we are cutting the trees instead of uh, the changing the place of that, because some of the areas in our India we are transferring the trees, big trees, safely from one area to another area instead of cutting it. So we can, yeah, without disturbing the tree also we can do construction. So that we
Yes,
can do, because a tree is a place where so many animals, insects, all these will be living. That is habitat for many organisms. And secondly, trees, they'll be helping us lot, because they'll be giving us oxygen. This need of oxygen we have felt in time of corona. We have spent so much of money for getting oxygen cylinders, which we are
yes,
getting free of cost from the trees. So we should grow plantation, greenery, so that everybody should make greenery, making it a plenary. Because just every year, our leaders, so many organizations, they are doing greenery program. But where is this greenery going every year? Next year again this greenery is fading and going away. So where is it going? That means we are not taking care. So whatever
yes,
plantation we have done, that we have to take care that it grows, so that wherever empty lands are there, there we can grow social forestry, so that which can be used for cooking purpose or other wood necessity purposes, instead of
yes,
cutting trees.
cutting
So,
trees.
and we should not be so much of greedy. One house is enough. So instead of buying, money is there so much. And secondly, people are buying the furniture, everything. Every year they will be changing their furniture. So they are getting so much of lakh rupees, 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh 50 package, or 2 lakhs rupees per month. They'll be changing their furniture or the vehicles every year. So if they change the vehicles or they change the furniture, they have to cut the trees.
Yes,
So instead of going for buying new things, we can use the old furniture, because old furniture is much more stronger than the new furniture. In olden days the wood is very good, and that is much more stronger than present furniture, so that they can use. In olden days sentimentally we used to do repair, and we used to polish it, and we used to keep it in our houses. But nowadays what is happening? So this type of practices should be avoided. And next thing is, foreign countries, United Nations actually started this program of World Environment Day. Is it
yes,
sufficient for 1 year, once in a year? No. So every day should be Environmental Day, because every day we should take environmental care, so that we need not do once in a year by telling some theme or anything. Every day we can do some new activity, so that it can be protected. And we can tell the children, instead of going for new vehicles, we can use the vehicles. Our carpool system, we can use it. That we can.
yes,
And children also we can tell, they can go on a bicycle ride, or they can go to short distances on foot instead of vehicles. Small distance also they go on scooter, they go on cars. And every day they will be going single, one person going in one car.
one
Instead of
vehicle.
wasting so much of fuel, they can go for carpool system, or they can go for public transport. So this is all should be done. Suppose is 1.5 degrees temperature is increased, what happens, by 2050, 90% of the coral reefs are going to vanish.
Panic. Yes,
And if 1.5 degrees of temperature is increased, then there will be melting of the glaciers,
glaciers.
and water level in the seas and oceans will be increasing, and so many towns and cities will be underwater. So these all points we should teach children, or we should know, understand, we should be aware, so that we can grow trees and temperature can be reduced, and we can go the uh, ordinary conditions. Instead of using these ACs and all these, we can grow trees. But nowadays, where are the trees? All concrete jungles, small roads. The roads are narrowed, because they'll be occupying the road also for
Road
construction of
also.
buildings. So this is
Yes,
what I'm observing it. And next, right from we are waking up from the bed till we go for sleep, we are using plastics, so that
yes,
all plastics we are dumping in water resources are in the drainages will join the water resources. So this all, in olden days we used to use the guava branch twig, or the neem twig, to brush our teeth, and which will be mixing in the soil naturally. But nowadays plastic, that just we are changing the brushes every once in every month, and these are
and
all going and they are going into the soil only. That all we can do recycle, or we can go to the pickers, the rack pickers and all these, so that these are all small steps we can take, so that the environment can be saved. So these are
yes,
small things only we can teach. And the polythene covers and everything. Just nowadays, what they are doing, they are just dumping all waste, biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste, which is coming in our domestic, that is houses. That all they are
yes,
dumping in the car, these polythene covers, and they are throwing on the roads. And they are carrying the tiffin, breakfast, all these from the hotels and all these in polythene covers. Just
yes,
that they will throw it. Poor cows and buffaloes, what they are roaming on the roads. They are just eating that polythene covers are dumped, accumulated in that stomach. So these all we should do small activities which we can teach them, and as adults also, many of the adults don't know this, so they should be aware of this, so that we can protect ourselves and our environment also. So these small activities can be done. So one small step leads to gigantic leap. So that is my belief.
yes. Actually, a small step or baby step will forward the future. So
Yes,
we should not only teach our students, we should learn also to how to manage the things and how to recycle, reduce, even when we don't need, we should not use it. We should stop the
yes,
use somewhere if it is not needed. Of course, the small step will be lead to big revolution. So, the next
Yeah.
question, yes, the next question
Yes, yes.
to you. Can we really say in this 2020, 22, 23 what the scenario is going on? Can you really say that our planet is in an emergency mode?
Yes, Pragya. Uh, uh, the scientists are in opinion that if we are not restoring lattice by 2030,
Yes,
okay, so the earth, the climatic condition or the ecosystem will be so degraded it cannot be repaired, irreversible. The changes will be irreversible. So
yes,
actually we have very short time. Okay, now it is 2022, only 8 years we can say
yes,
in our hands. That's a very short span of time. If we are not restoring our ecosystem, our environment, our biodiversity, and we are continuing the same the way we are degrading the environment, after 2030 it will be beyond our control. If you
control.
will
Yes,
try to restore, then it will be irreparable. We cannot, you can restore, it will be beyond our control.
control.
That's why it is a high time, it is a high time, everybody should think how to restore the ecosystem, how to restore the environment, how to
Control.
save the wildlife, everybody included in our environment. Here I want to share one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Everybody is thinking who will restore.
Yes,
Okay,
that is the
many of
question.
our viewers, many of our viewers are students. They
Yes,
are many of them must be thinking, I'm a student, what I can do for the environment. The environmental work must be done by some minister, some government will come, or some angel will come from different
yes,
planets, somebody will come, they will restore. Who will do, who will restore? In this platform I request everybody, those who are watching this program through the Anuragyam, everybody can contribute for the restoration of ecosystem.
yes,
Everybody, as ma'am has mentioned, a small step, everybody can take the small steps. I want to add some more thing, how
yes, sir.
individually we can contribute in the restoration of the ecosystem or our environment. Suppose I need 5 pair of a dress for my use. Okay, when
Yes,
those dresses are uh, in good condition, I should not think about the next pair. If I have 2 pair of shoes to use, I should not think about the third one.
third one.
But nowadays what happened, if you see the students, some students they have 50 pairs, some have 30 pairs, 100 pairs, they're going and purchasing. But by this way what happened, they are purchasing from their own, nobody is giving the money to them. But by this way we are exploiting the resource, we are consuming more than our need. So as many students are there, from school students, college students are there, I can say small step like first they have to reduce their consumption. How much is required? How much is required for them? Everybody should consume that much only. Okay. Even if a student is writing in good handwriting, that will be a
yes,
step towards the conservation of the nature.
yes,
Okay, if they're writing in good handwriting, they will save paper. You
super,
just imagine when they save paper, then accordingly they save the tree indirectly. So
yes,
writing in good handwriting also a good step towards the restoration of ecosystem.
yes,
And another thing that in my school nowadays, it was very difficult in the beginning. On their birthday, the student, what they do, when they celebrate the birthday, they distribute chocolate.
yes,
Okay. So initially, I started them that don't distribute chocolate. If you are distributing chocolate on your birthday, you are doing two harm. First harm, you are spreading the dental caries to your friends, and second thing, you are harming to the environment by increasing the wrappers. So
yes,
instead of distributing any chocolates on your birthday, at least to plant one tree.
three,
Last year in my school, there was a seminar. One of the scientists from Niger, uh,
yes,
uh, he was addressing the student, and he has narrated a very good point. I want to share
yes,
that
sir,
everybody, suppose a student is 10 years, on his birthday he should plant 10 trees.
three,
On the when he will celebrate the next birthday, and when he is 11 years, he should plant 11 tree.
three, three,
Every year if they will increase one tree, then when he will be adult, how much oxygen is required, how many timber is required, everything will be fulfilled by this way. So this kind of a small activity we should encourage to the students. Students are ready to do, but
two,
they are
yes,
not getting the idea what to do, how to do. But this kind of a small activity they can do, like they can shape paper, they can recycle the newspaper
yes,
coming to their home, they can recycle it. Then everybody can contribute for the restoration of our ecosystem.
yes. Exactly. Everybody can contribute to restoration of ecosystem because we all are the part of the same ecosystem. It is not the responsibility of anyone. Only government can save, only scientists can do, only teachers can do, not like that. We can do it, we can start it from by our own, from our society, from our schools, necessarily from our home also. So, as sir says, students are ready to do, but they are not actually guided. They are not actually finding the way what to do, how to do. So, this is the actual responsibility of our adults to do something to give them the right safe, right idea so that they can save their future as well as the present also. So, as in the discussion, we learned many things about biodiversity, ecosystem restoration, the verge of extinction, and all. Ma'am, I will ask you that can we keep some concluding note to our viewers, to our students, how to what actually that we have a planet A, only the planet Earth. There will be no other option available if we are failed to restore our ecosystem by 2030. So, the last concluding idea to our students.
Yes. So actually, we should teach our children right from small age that we should not allow the children or allow adults to buy water water bottles. Instead, we can carry water bottle from our house, and there will be available taps will be available in airports. It is available everywhere. It is available. The pure water, the clean drinking, not pure water, clean drinking water is available, so we can refill it instead of buying, so that so much of plastic waste. And secondly, in olden days we used to carry a carrier for for taking the tiffins and all these things, breakfast from hotels. So nowadays they are going empty hands, shaking their hands, and they are bringing in the polythene. So instead of that, they can carry one tiffin box so that they can bring it. That idea we can do it. And next, all whatever old clothes are there, like jean pants and all these. So jean pants and school uniforms, they are very thick, so that we can convert them into the bags, reusable bags, instead of going for polythene or single use or double use polythene bags, that we can use it. We can stitch it in our house with hand also. We can stitch it. I have done with hand long back. Now I got a sewing machine, so I'm doing it on sewing machine, so that I want to
That's
create fitness among the people. And next
that's
is small
wonderful,
thing we can teach children, that when they will be leaving the room, just to switch off the fans and switch off the lights, so that that is not necessary. So wherever they go, that small activity they can do it, so the conservation of energy can be done. And taps also, we need not to open full tap for doing our activity, small, or we can use a mug or jug, fill it, and we can brush our teeth and all this. And instead of using a hose, we can take a bucket of water and we can clean the scooters. These are small
yes.
small activities we can, adults can do it, so that children will be following us.
Follow.
They will, yeah, they are followers, they are not imitators, but they'll be following us. So that when adults will do all these activities, then children automatically they will be learning. And the environment, some protection we can do. And if everybody follows these activities, then definitely our environment will be good, our earth will be good, and will be safe. So these are all small small things. And stop littering here and there. As I told, small chocolate wrappers are they'll be eating the chips, they'll be buying and they just eat it and throw from cars and buses. And they'll be eating the groundnuts and the peels, they'll be throwing it. So these are activities, small small activities we can teach our children, not only school students. Every child, parents will be there, and school children also we can teach, and they can spread the message or awareness among their classmates, so that the small activities can be done. And next, paper consumption, as you have seen already. This uh, this is a wedding card actually. This, the other side empty, so that I use actually to note down my points, what I have to discuss. So these
Yes,
things we can do. And one side of the paper is used already, so this I have taken the second side print. So this way they can use it as rough papers to do rough work and
yes,
all these things. So these are all things they can do it. And which will be teaching them a lot. So small activities. And
yes,
instead of parents, they'll be using ordinary bulbs, they can use LED bulbs, where light can be more, illumination can be more, and power consumption will be less. So elimination of waste. When they are eating lunch, instead of throwing it, they should know the value of food, because how
yes,
much the farmers will be doing, struggling to give us food. And they should know the value, making them grow small small vegetables or food items in their backyard or
backup.
roof garden. They can make it. And they should know how much difficulty for a farmer who is feeding us every day and making us stomach full. So these are all small things, instead of wasting food. And compassion towards stray animals, and saving water, saving and reusable bags for grocery, walking to small distances, going by bicycle, because bicycle they ride, they'll be getting exercise for their legs and muscles, as well as fuel waste also will not be there. So
Yes,
these are all things we can teach them. And
yes,
definitely children will be following teachers, and they'll be molded what way we want, we can mold them. But we only don't give them chance, that they are small children, they can't do it. And child labor, all this we are telling. But they should know the difficulty, they should know the problems, then only they will know how to solve it. Otherwise they'll be committing suicides in the later part, when they are growing, so much of pampering, they don't know how to solve, they don't have any life skills. So
yes,
they'll be doing committing suicides and all these. They don't know
yes.
how to overcome a problem. So we all should teach them all these right from childhood, so that society will be safe and environment will be safe, our earth will be safe. When
Yes.
earth is safe, we will be safe.
Invested. Yes, that's the point. As we discussed, sir, ma'am, both emphasize to take the baby steps, the little steps, which will definitely give rise a bright future, a giant revolution. And students, our youth are very, very smart. They are exposed to all the things, but we have to shape them so that they can do it better for their future. And another thing what we learned is we should think globally, not locally. We should think like globally. We should act like global citizens to save our earth, because 50 years back the same theme, if it is repeated now, then it is a very major concern that we are not in a safe place and we have only 7 to 8 years left to save our earth. And without earth, there will be no existence of no species, so we are also the same. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your knowledge, sharing your experience to us. Uh, our students, our viewers must be learn many things, and definitely they will do whatever it is possible. So thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am, for joining us and encouraging and inspiring us with the show. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving us
Thank you.
opportunity to
Thank you very much,
share
Pragya.
our
Thank you,
experiences.
Anuragyam, for
Yeah,
inviting
thank
us.
you,
Thank you.
Pragya ji. Thank you, Prasanna Kumar ji. And thank you,
Thank you,
Anuragyam
ma'am.
team, to
Thank
give
you.
us
Ma'am, namaste.
opportunity. And wish I can experience, I can express my opinion, and I can share my experiences in the future too. So
Yes, yes,
thank you very
yes.
much.
Definitely in future we will connect you soon with this post. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Log out with me.
సాటిస్ఫై చేశాను నేను
Hmm?
గుర్తింపు లేదు మాట్లాడే
Close చేసాడనా